it back. Okay, this is Barney's first time interacting with my husband, Chris. We do some dress up. First it was no jacket, then jacket. It's really just about getting him to focus on click food, click food, click food, and we build slowly. Now, I do give some examples of what not to do, okay, which I think is really helpful. But first, it's several click food, several in a row for knocking and the doorbell. And we normally do the knocking and the doorbell 4, 5, 6, 7 times to completely desensitize it. I'm just not going to show all those steps here, but you can see the rapid reward here. Just a minute. Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Now, place. Good. Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Awesome.
Hey, Chris, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Thanks for helping.
Yeah, no problem.
Good. Why don't you can just step on in, shut the door behind you.
Okay.
Me keeping myself in the middle is crucial for a nervous, aggressive, or excited dog to be able to control themselves. So instruct your guests to wait and then ask them to step in and shut the door behind them.
Don't look right at him, please.
Okay.
The only time I like putting food on the ground for dogs is when I'm doing something like this to change their eyesight. So if they're looking at the person nervously, they look at me and then they look down for the food. I might even throw it where they have to turn their body away for food. It takes pressure off.
All right, why don't you just walk right on by? Good, walk by again.
These are great protocols to do with your guests at home. I like to have the person move around the dog as well as the dog move around the person or just move around in
All
general.
right, let's challenge him a little bit. Make a beeline. Don't go further than the trash can, and you can look at him.
Okay.
Make a beeline right for him. If he was to growl, which he has before, I would go, let's go. Move him away. Say, Chris, back up. Place, put him right back in place. And then just do it again. Beeline right towards him. Good. This time come more like right there. See what he does. Bend over him without putting your arms out. Go away. Good job. Let's go. Relieve some pressure. Place. All right. You can face the trash can. Let's go. Good. Don't touch him. I'm going to let him sniff you if he wants to. Break. Break. Good. Got a little sniff in there. Say, look at him briefly and go, hey, Barney.
Hey, Barney.
Good job. Do that again.
Barney.
Good. Good boy. I'm going to let him see me give you the food. And just say, hey, Barney, drop it next to him.
Hey, Barney.
Do it again.
Hey, Barney.
So it's good that you decided not to lean over and do it, but this time you can lean some.
Okay.
Barney, go over here. Down. Good. Go ahead.
Hey, Barney.
Nice. Now let's see if he'll take it from your hand.
Hey, Barney.
A little tentative.
You got one of them.
Good job.
Good boy.
Good job, buddy. Good boy. Very good. So I want you to try something. I want you to lean in towards his head like you're gonna pet him.
Reach your arm out.
Yeah. Barney, let's go. Let's go. Good job. Back up. Back up like normal. Good. Place. Good
You like
job.
easy, gonna touch me? Easy, not gonna touch me?
Yeah. Go ahead and do it again. Barney, let's go. Good. Easy, bud. Slow down. Place. Yeah, he's getting a bit frantic. We'll see if we can build some trust with it, though. Go ahead and do it again.
Buddy.
Barney, let's go. So you can see how the trust you've built has eroded now.
Yeah.
It's like you're back to square one.
Yeah.
Place down. You're not. I mean, you're definitely not. He'd get over it pretty quickly, but it's crazy how quickly that trust erodes. I wanted to be able to show that. So I'm gonna do the food thing again. I'm gonna let him see me I'm gonna pull out the freeze dried, pull out the crack. Whoa, place. Good. Say hey, Barney.
Hey, Barney.
Way to go, Chris.
All right.
Barney, place. Good, down. He does not get in trouble for that because that was pressure. That was definitely pressure. Just put it on the bed.
Hey, Barney. Hey, Barney.
Try Barney, come.
Barney, come. Come.
He was taking dry kibble before, and now he will not even take his favorite freeze-dried because Chris broke trust with him. I just really want you guys to understand that even when the puppies eventually warm up to the new person, when you're forcing them before they are ready, this is what's happening in your dog's brain. Even if you don't see it, it's just because you're not breaking it down step by step the way we are. You're putting everything in your dog's hands to just happen to warm up on their own, but they'll feel like every person will do that to them if you're putting them in a position to feel that way. And so with some people it might work, and then a person it doesn't work, they become reactive because you're not taking over the situation. Anyway, hopefully that made sense to you guys and it was helpful. This is actually one of the best ways to build confidence. Look at Barney getting to sniff him while he's walking without pressure. Like Barney could literally tell if Chris turns his hips towards Barney, it would make Barney back up. I can promise you that. But these are just passive, no pressure turns, and it's super useful for young dogs, especially. But any dog, really, as long as there's not some serious aggression behind it, then that takes a little bit more skill with the person you're handing the leash over to. But this is so useful. They became fast buddies after this. And I should note, when I saw it going well, I got out of the room. I just left. And they did this. They did some place and started taking food from him again. And he started adjusting the leash, not like he was petting, but just going for gear. And so Barney's thinking, oh, he's just messing with my leash. And that really quickly built to Barney being pretty comfortable with him. This next step is tough to know when your pup is ready. We did about 4 or 5 days of confidence building before doing some of the patterning work with Chris. And he would still see Chris around the house. And then it was probably another 2 days later, so like a full week before we got to this.
Now, I just have to say this. This is a severe case, so all these steps may not apply to you. Maybe you can push your puppy a little and you won't have any fallout and it's not a big deal. But in my experience, if you aren't managing the situations in this way, at least a little bit, in the future when they do choose to be reactive over something, you just won't have any control over it.
Don't pull him. Good boy, Barney. Good sniffing. Just let him get used to you. You looked at him for a while. That was good. He's like, I could run. I could do it.
But you can't hide.
But you can't hide. Good job, Barney. Good job. Eat it up a little bit more, a little closer to him, like to his elbow. There you go. Good job. Try not to laugh. Very stressful. That's good. Don't pet his belly just because he shows it. It's a default that's kind of been patterned into him. Does not mean he likes you. Now I want you to slow fingers scratch his shoulder. Yeah, when he's looking away. So Chris did something really slight there. When Barney was looking at him, he waited till Barney glanced away to touch his shoulder. Nice. You can go to the top of the shoulder. Now go ahead and work your way up to the head.
Do you see the difference in building up a little bit of rapport and the position that Chris is in versus earlier when he was leaning over and reaching down with the big scary hand at his face? It's always a big no-no.
Just booty area. No belly though. Stay away from the belly. It makes him, it triggers wildness sometimes too. Good, come on back. He does this when he's nervous, which is an overly submissive response. It does not mean your dog wants you to pet them there. And then sometimes he does it to kind of control the situation. Keep going. Go ahead and just do it again, yeah. If you're uncomfortable, sit back a bit, like move your butt back, which might be hard for him too. Oh, that was good. But anyway, he'll do that flip over to try to prevent you from touching certain areas, getting a leash on, and he kicks his feet really hard and he gets really worked up and wild. So one thing can be used for multiple reasons in multiple scenarios, and sometimes he just wants his belly rubbed, you know. It's like you just have to be careful of that. What a good job. Now let's try something. Face back towards me. Stop petting him. Now, without any hesitation, look at him again, touch his shoulder again. Nice. Nice. Now let's do one more thing. Go ahead and stop. Stand up. Don't accidentally pull him. Stand up because he's on a training collar. Good. Tell him good boy.
Good boy.
Now just sit down and pet him. See if he runs for his life.
Yeah.
Oh, good job.
Boy.
Nice. So we get rid of all those considerate in-betweens as he warms up to Chris. But I can promise you, I could take the leash, work him for a minute, and Chris would not be able to just walk in and touch him. You'd get the same response that he gave earlier. But faster and faster and faster, he will start to recover and be able to tolerate more quicker. I don't know. Does that make sense? Okay, stop that.
Terminology.
My technical terminology. Oh, he's petting his head. What a good boy. Now let's try something. Stand up. Face him directly. Take a step backwards. Don't pull him. Tell him good boy. Walk in. Walk in. Walk in towards him.
Good boy.
Yeah, let's pause. Look at that face. The face of dread. Now lean over. See if he'll let you pet his head. You squatted down. You cheated. Yeah, which is fine. This is good. This is an in-between. Everybody leans over. And it's what puppies hate. Dogs hate. Some dogs, not all of them, obviously. Stand back up. Same thing. Step back. Step in. And just lean over.
Good boy.
Nice. Look, that the stiffness. See the difference? Do you feel him a little bit more stiffer?
Yep.
Yeah. That's great, though. Let's do a few pieces of food. I don't want to keep it all pets. I hate that. I hate it. Let's have you, here, tiny, tiny bits of freeze-dried. I don't want to deal with puppy diarrhea. Take a step back. Good. Move in. Piece of food.
Oh, tell him place. It's okay.
Place.
That made him uncomfortable. You guys see that? When Chris did that, move and give him a piece of food.
Good boy.
Tell him place, guide him back on.
Place.
He's good at place. You can, there you go. Well, not exactly pressure straight up in the air, but hey, it's fine. You're not a dog trainer, it's fine. You're a dog, you're a dog something. You're a type of dog trainer. You're not
I live amongst them.
You live amongst them. You're not a nuanced dog trainer. How about that? Tiny piece of food, same thing. Tell him good, step in, food.
Good boy. Right.
Let's do that like 4 more times. Just rapid fire. Piece of food, good, step in, step back.
Good boy.
This makes for a much more trusting, working
boy.
relationship. Everybody thinks they need to use love and pets and convince dogs. They're wrong.
Good boy.
This is how, that was a huge piece, Christopher.
He's a good boy.
Did you use all of that?
No.
Oh my God, there's barely any left. Give me that back. Say let's go and start moving. That should have been 20 pieces of food.
What?
20 pieces. This is 10 right here. Say let's go and start walking. I'm
Let's
gonna
go.
have you clean up puppy diarrhea. Looser leash. Turn around, come back, slow down. Tell him he's a good boy.
You're a good boy.
I think he believes you now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and turn. Let's do one more. Oh, you got good focus, but no
He's
food.
looking at my hand.
Yeah, because you've given him too much food.
All right, let's go.
So all he gets is, yes, I have the food.
Let's
Pull
go.
him, pull him.
Let's go.
Gotta listen to you. Relax. Pull, you pull and you relax.
It's all this. I'm not, like, there's no...
I have video evidence that when you pulled him, it stayed taut too long. I have video evidence.
Take a look at that video.
Oh yeah, we're gonna